Once upon a time, a man saw into infinity. He was first frightened, but soon took comfort in his smallness. Infinity was so much larger than everything, and to say he was only a speck of dust in the grand design would be more than generous. He could lie back on his grassy hill and feel enveloped by the blanket of existence, safe in the fact that nothing he did would matter or leave an impact. So, he did. The man sunk into the darkness of his world, warm and soft. He thought he had died or gone mad for a moment, but he was fine with such an end. He felt comfort. He felt aware. But then, he awoke.
Hello everybody, and welcome to this new thing that we're doing. It's gonna be... I guess it'll be a little bumpy at the beginning, but I hope that it well, I mean, if trying to get it set up is anything to say towards being bumpy, then, oh boy.
If I have my say, it's gonna be very bumpy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Wow, okay, well, moving on from that.
What a dandy
check that one.
delight.
Yeah, okay. I am Chell. I will be your dungeon master. First time DMing for, D&D. Like, I learned 5th edition so we could do this. Well, I guess that's it. Who wants to go next, I suppose?
I'll do the thing this time, so last round. I don't know. I'm Allison. And I've never played D&D in my entire life.
Good shit.
Best
Have you done
shit.
any sort of tabletop gaming before?
I actually did. Never mind. I'm a liar. I have played D&D, but like,
Oh, you.
I don't know
liar,
which
you filthy
edition.
little liar.
There was a guy that had like a crush on me and invited me, and basically we would go to round table, and he helped me make my character, and I would just roll dice and shit. It was
Sounds good, man.
it was
That
freshman
sounds
year.
like D&D. Just roll dice and shit.
Yeah, so I don't know I didn't know it was so intricate. I knew you had to roll die. I knew there was some
I
math
feel like-
involved.
I feel like after reading through the fucking player's handbook and the Dungeon Master's Guide, it's like after playing for a little while, it gets a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get used to it. You know, it's like riding a bicycle, or
Riding a dick.
I was gonna say anal,
It gets
but
easier.
sure, take my thunder.
I know it's not there to make the game like bad or frustrating or anything. It's there to make your characters realistic. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't mind it. Like, it just makes my character seem more real, knowing their limits.
My name is Nate. I'm a goofball and a joker, and I've never smiled once. And I've played D&D about 2-3 times before. The first time I played D&D, I used my spear crafting ability to make a spear out of a lich's arm, some zombie brains, and my own beard. And the second time I played D&D, I was a robot that wouldn't stop humping.
Oh my god.
So you were the robot off of Robot Chicken.
I was the robot chicken humping robot. My catchphrase was, "I'm fixin' to start humping," and I would roll
That's
to
not
It's a little on the
catchy or
nose, don't you
funny.
think?
It's not.
It's just
Someone
honest.
else
the worst
go.
part.
Someone else get this shit out of here.
Alright, I'm Justin, or the Jable. I've been interested in playing D&D for probably about 5 or 6 years now, but never really got the opportunity to. Like every time, somebody wanted to start something up, something would fall through, or they would get disinterested.
Oh, speaking of which, I gotta go.
What?
Like, see you guys later. I'm joking.
No, I'm just saying that we have better things to do, and I think Chell is about to
That's
like,
fine. I'm done.
just freaking. She's fit to be tied right now.
Yeah, okay.
At us. Anyway,
That being said,
For using that euphemism, fit to be tied. It's been fucking forever.
yes, I live to bring back old euphemisms.
now that Abby's introduced her bringing back old euphemisms shtick, maybe she should introduce herself.
Maybe I am an old shtick. That is me. I'm just literally an old stick. That's not really much to be said. I am new to this. I played D&D a few times. My best role, I think, was as a half-orc cleric whose deity was Shrek. I will hopefully I will hopefully be able to meet that, if not exceed it, with my lovely character this time. But yeah, I do cosplay, and I have my trusty little ukulele I will be playing for this session.
Oh, yeah, just so everyone in the audience knows, we have 2 bards this session. One of them just introduced themselves,
Heaven
the
help us.
other one is about to introduce themselves. And
There's going to be a lot of music
they're going to
clashing.
actually, they're going to actually be playing instruments for when they do bardly spells.
God fucking damn it! I'm gonna die.
Battle of the Bands.
Classical gas!
So is that,
Anyway,
is that a
second
cue?
bard, yes, go ahead and introduce
Okay.
yourself.
So,
No.
Jesus!
No. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Today's gonna be the day.
No.
anyway, so my name is Connor. I lead, majority of the shit on Lovac, which I believe is the channel that they are watching this on. Unless you guys are gonna take it somewhere else, I don't fucking know.
Unless
the
they're
point is-
pirating it. Like pirating it like filthy pirate.
If you're pirating this like an asshole, then well, I don't really care.
If you're listening to
Not
this
really.
podcast on Podgate, it's okay, because I did that too for the Adventure Zone. Don't worry about it. Podbase.
How dare you?
Because I don't have iTunes.
How dare you mention
Shit.
other
Same.
shit while we are doing this shit?
Yeah,
Anyway,
duh.
so, I mean, that's pretty much all I really have for an introduction is that, my name is Connor, I lead Lovac, I, pull the strings behind the scenes, and I normally edit literally everything. God damn it, that could have gone in a song! Shit! Anyway, so, that's it.
What's your experience with D&D, my friend?
My experience with D&D is, I've made a character before, and that's literally it. I had a friend come down, and he was like, "Hey, what's up, Connor?" And I was like, "Not much. I've heard about D&D, and I thought it was a really cool thing." He's like, "I do D&D," and I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You want to make a character?" And I was like, "Sure." And he's like, "All right, what do you want to make?" And I'm like, "I'll make a bard named Gamesy Makara." And that's it. That's the
And
story
then-
of the only
and-
time I've ever
oh my
fucking come into contact with D&D.
That's
Oh
a
my
good
God.
story. Anyway,
How
he's
did they
not going
ever
to be
let
joining
you
us for our
near D&D
D&D.
ever again?
They didn't know about Homestuck.
Trick question, we're not. Goodbye.
I'm gone. Bye.
Okay, should we introduce... sorry for yelling into the microphone. I have headphones on. Should we go ahead and introduce who's going to be playing who? Just a real quick, what your name is, what your class is, what your race is? Before we get started?
Sure, that sounds fine
And
to me.
then a one sentence about your character.
Okay, yeah, if you want, one sentence about your character that you think the that you think the audience would appreciate.
The
So-
intrians, the internet
The
audience.
I'll go first since I don't have a character. I am your dungeon master who can't learn faster, just fucking trying to sit here with my actual player's handbook so I can look up their spells and make sure they're not cheating. Haha.
Hey.
Shouldn't you also have the Dungeon Master's Handbook?
I do, but it's under a bunch of my books for school.
Joke's on you, though. That's assuming I actually know enough to cheat. Haha.
Exactly.
Haha.
Aha.
You can't cheat if you don't know how.
When I-
You can't
When
cheat.
I
You
do
don't know
things
how.
right,
Well,
it's like
actually,
I'm
you
cheating.
can. If I say roll 1d4 and you start rolling d6s, that might be a problem.
Roll 1d4. I got a 7.
For one thing, how the fuck did you get a 7 on a d6? that you're rolling instead of a d4.
Because I'm awesome.
All right.
Because you have a +1, I guess. Okay,
So,
anyway, someone go.
I guess I'll go next. I am playing a half-elf sorcerer named Jazeran Ashburn, or Jazz for short. And he is a bit of a mystery, but in the sense of that he doesn't know really anything about the modern world other than what he's read in books.
You're gonna have so much fun in this. God, I love Jazeran. Okay, next.
I'm gonna be playing a half elf. He's a rogue, and he's a rogue out of necessity because he doesn't know anything about himself. He's got total amnesia.
What's his name?
He doesn't even know his own name, so his friends have named him Cadbury.
Why
no,
would they?
wait.
Because we want that cream.
Wait. I don't remember us naming him Cadbury. I specifically remember him being named Zoo Smell Poop Lord.
His name is not Zoo Smell Poop Lord, it's Cadbury.
His name is
put in my
for
vote.
Zoo Smell Poop Lord.
What kind
His
of
name is
democracy
Cadbury Milk Steak.
His name is not Milk Steak, it's just Cadbury. Maybe your last name could be Milk Steak.
Can it
Anyway.
just be Poop Lord?
Poop.
Yes, Cadbury Poop
Cadbury
Lord.
Poop Lord. That's
And
it.
that is officially canon.
No,
Chell,
no,
write that down.
Blocked.
No.
It is not Cadbury Poop Lord. Someone else go.
Fine, Cadbury Zoo Smell.
Would you like to take the floor, Allie?
I guess, but I don't know how to pronounce my race.
Genasi.
That thing. Which already, I guess that's my sentence on how my character's personality is, because that's pretty much. I don't know.
You haven't
Her
said
name-
her name.
Bill. Her name is. I'm trying to get my footing here. I can't talk well.
It's okay.
I'm under pressure.
Take your time. You're fine.
Anyway,
Whenever you're ready.
okay.
Down on me.
Bill 3, the
I don't like
Genasi.
it. So anyway, her name is.
Everyone shut up and let Allie talk.
Her name is Wave. Her nickname is Wave. And she is a druid water genie girl thing. Genasi.
Good sit. Good shit. Not good sit.
She lived in. She's basically lived in the wilderness most of her life. Just, 'cause. Aesthetic.
Just why not,
And
fuck it, wilderness.
she kinda
Sounds sexy.
the best way to describe her is someone who overdoes the water aesthetic a little too much.
So, you're telling us she's a vaporwave.
Yes. 1,000 freaking %.
I am so fucking ready to have a fucking... We've got 2 bards and a vaporwave embodiment. Somebody who doesn't know what a fucking book is, and somebody who doesn't know what a fucking them is. We're about to have a fun time.
Well, I am rounding out the last of the bards and the last of the half-elves of this campaign. My...
I don't think I've gone.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh well. Well, I'm the first of the bards. My character's name is Tybrenna Royce, more popularly known as Tyby. She is a half-elf bard. She comes from humble beginnings. There's not a whole lot that is super, spectacular about her character. She's just a very solid character, chaotic good. She really likes to have a good time.
She really likes to have...
I knew you were gonna fucking do that. I knew it was gonna become like a freaking half-elf's gone wild with you. I'm so upset right now. You're like the Hugh Hefner of the Dungeons and Dragons world.
I am... Look, if anybody is the Hugh Hefner of the Dungeons and Dragons world, it is the polar opposite of Cadbury. It's wave. It's vaporwave.
True.
I'm gonna get so much pussy.
It's canon that Wave has a red robe and never takes it off and always smokes a pipe.
Hey, wait, no, that's infringing on other podcast territory. No red robes.
Oh yeah, I know red robes.
What?
Anybody can have a red robe. I'm talking about like a bathroom robe, like a bedroom robe, like a Hugh Hefner's robe.
Make it pink.
What can I say
Then you
though?
got a
That
deal.
Genasi is really good at making people wet.
It's purple, like Dimetap.
Oh my god.
Okay, can we move on?
Gotta round us out here, man.
All right, so I have what I like to call the heavy metal wet dream, Bolero,
Oh boy.
who is a tiefling, which is like a half demon, half human creature. And he is very, he's a bard, I guess I should say. Super chaotic good. I don't really know how to, like, describe him, because he's,
He is a man
like,
with no
He's a freaking
characteristics.
edgelord.
he's out to prove that, like, tieflings aren't assholes, but at the same time,
But
he's
he's
like
an
a
asshole.
prankster. Yeah, he's a prankster asshole that, like, he wants to do good, but he's just kind of a dick.
But he's such a loose cannon.
Yeah,
You're a loose
I
cannon,
guess.
He's a loose cannon tiefling. Doesn't
He-
play by the rules.
Loose cannon, don't play by no
He left
rules.
his village and just started wandering around, and that's where he is now. He's a wanderer.
Oh, the
Yeah.
wanderer.
A wanderer. That roam
No.
around. Anyway.
Are you familiar with an adult comic called The Rock Cocks?
No, but I want to.
Why did you describe it as an adult
Silence the
comic?
cast.
Because it's porn, Allie.
Yeah, but why didn't you just say... I feel like the title The Rock Cocks would be like
Oh
insinuating
my god,
that
are
it's
we
probably
talking
not
about
okay.
oh my have you heard the song that Ken Ashcorp made for them?
No, I didn't know that Ken Ashcorp made them a song. I'm very invested right now.
RT,
Okay,
yeah,
well listen to it after because we're about to get fucking started.
All right,
Yeah!
let's do this, bitch.
Or
Whoa!
get started fucking.
I'm so fucking scared.
Just let Connor make the music for our opening.
I do kind of want acoustic music as the thing. Be interesting.
Honestly, that'd be cool. Like if you could make music for our fucking campaign.
Oh
Connor,
man, it
do it-
sure would be cool.
Connor, do a cover
Stares
of
into
Horse
the
with
dis-
No Name, but don't make it too obvious that it's a cover of Horse with No Name.
Alright, let's get moving, guys. We can discuss that
Okay.
later.
So you 5, correct? 5? Yes.
I guess
you
there's
5.
5.
I guess there's 5.
I think.
I hope there's
I
5
hope
of
there's
us.
5, yeah.
There's 4 now.
We can't do it anymore.
4 now. Who did we
Someone
lose?
died.
Who knows? Goodbye, Tybrenna.
It's probably about 6.5. Bolero isn't good at math.
I think
Also,
there's-
yeah.
I
Get
think
your
5.
character
A
voices
number of
ready,
us.
asshats.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
All right. So the 5 of you have been traveling together for a little while. You've gone through. You've named your new best friend Cadbury after your latest adventure. And as you were walking through and trying to find a place to stay, you saw a flyer calling for help in a nearby city, or not city, but a town rather, called Heliodor. This town calls for you to meet in one of the many taverns that you see throughout it. It feels like, on the flyer, it feels like a shady deal, but it promises great riches and wealth, more wealth than you could ever imagine and need in a lifetime. So you end up... Let's turn off our phones, okay? So...
That's the foghorn. We're in the shipping district.
I was gonna say
Okay.
it's a docking
you're
town now.
kind of inland. You arrive in the
Oh.
town of Heliodor, a small but prosperous town in the mountains. So it would be kind of weird to have a foghorn.
I'm gonna stop you right
It's an
there.
airship.
Airships.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Fucking
I said
fine.
it first.
Airships. There can be airships in this town.
Thank God.
Because that would make sense. There are many, many tall buildings in this town. There are churches, clock towers, watch points. You don't quite know why, in such a secluded area that's surrounded by mountains, you would need this much, this many places to see out very far. But some of these towers marvel the height of the capital city's castle. And all these towers encircle the town. And when you look down and actually get into the town and start making your way through to the tavern, you see that the roads are made of this black, glistening stone that reflects and refracts the sky above you.
I'm gonna wager a guess. this is sort of unusual for everyone else. Not just for Cadbury, who's never seen anything before, but it's unusual for everybody else who's actually seen stuff, probably.
It would be unusual for me too, considering that like I lived in the woods for pretty much most
same
of my
Okay,
life.
we're
I
all
lived
special
in very,
snowflakes, all right?
Poor districts, so yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
for all of you who have never really been to a prosperous town, this is fucking bananas. Like, this place looks
BANANAS!
No.
I just
It doesn't
real quick.
look high society. It looks like it's normal, moderate living, but it is, like, probably... It's probably
LA.
better than anything any of you have really ever seen.
So LA.
Real quick, I've got a
not
surprisingly
fancy,
good. Oh, I'm sorry.
I would actually go with Old St. Charles.
Really?
More like. Yeah.
How does it compare, like, to, like, Landing's End? Is it, like, bigger than Landing's End, or is it, like... Because Landing's End was pretty big. It was big enough to have, like, a government.
It's a little smaller than Landing's End, but this place does have a government.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, I've got a surprisingly good investigation modifier.
God.
So
Okay.
I'd like to investigate the stone that we're walking on, the weird black stone that reflects and refracts.
Okay, yeah, if you wanna, go ahead and make a roll for that.
Alright, was that a D20?
Yeah, that's a D20, dear.
Alright.
don't
Thank
forget
you,
to add
darling.
your modifier to it, or subtract if it's not.
Which is a
good.
+3, by the way. I'm
Oh,
looking
wow,
at your
that's a natural 17 plus 3, that's a 20.
sheet. Okay, starting off.
Nate really wants
Okay.
to know what the stones are.
Jeez.
So, Cadbury, you don't know what the fuck this stone is because you have total amnesia.
Okay. Okay,
know
I
for
thought
a-
we were
for
gonna.
a fact that
I
you
thought
don't
we
know
were
what it
gonna
is.
get like a John Doe moment here. Anybody ever seen the TV show John Doe, where he just knows things?
No John Doe moment. You look
No,
down and it's like,
fucking-
wow, this is some fucking
No Born
nice,
Identity?
shiny black glass.
I am very certain
like
I
a
don't know
Born
what
Identity.
this
Yeah,
is.
that's probably more topical.
Yeah, Born
Oh,
Identity.
gosh.
Where he just
Usually
knows how
you're
to
don't
find
20,
get a
you
sudden
realize that,
flashback
man,
to
that
who you
shit
were
is
in
a
your
rock.
past life and who your dead wife is. You just look down and you see like, oh yes, this is really nice black glass.
Great.
So this
I'm
is
so
Buffalo
glad I
Wild
wasted my
amnesia.
17 on that.
Is it like? Is
set
it?
yourself up for that, man. I'm
Is
sorry.
it something that like? I mean, I don't know if I need to roll to find this, but like, is it something that looks like it's natural? Like somebody like took the time to like to construct a road like this, or
It doesn't. I mean, you guys are spending a lot of time on a fucking road.
I was gonna
Right.
say, I feel like
Well,
I've
you
got
spent a lot of
lost
time
on the
describing
importance.
it.
You
Like
made
this,
it.
the
you
road.
made
It
it
doesn't
interesting.
seem it. You don't. Okay. There are tiles, you know, for the sidewalks and stuff, and there are places where you can see people have laid foundations for buildings to be made. But other than that, it just seems like this black glass is natural. It seems like things were built over the black glass.
okay?
Can I
Okay.
can I go to, or I don't know, can I ask the rest of them to go to the nearest tavern to ask
My
the,
darling, you can ask them anything you want in character, but if you want to go ahead and advance to the tavern, I can advance you there.
I will advance to the tavern.
Okay.
Jeez.
I mean,
I'm gonna
Go
lay
to the
face
fucking
down on
tavern.
this road and see if
It's-
it'll.
it's
I've
make
noticed
sense.
that I have a very high intimidation score. I would like to intimidate the rocks, please.
I want to intimidate the fucking rocks. The rocks kind of quiver under your feet. No. Anyway, it's an earthquake. The earth opens up. It swallows you all. You die. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Good
Except for me,
perception.
because I went over to the tavern instead. of
Yeah, okay,
checking out
good
the rocks.
session. Anyway, so a while, I'm just gonna go ahead and get you guys there so you're not staring at the fucking ground for another 5 minutes.
If it wasn't important, why would it be so beautiful?
Because it's nice and world building, you fuck!
It's
Anyway.
like the Bossing Say wall. You just gotta accept it.
You just gotta accept that there's a fucking wall around Bossing Say. Like, you gotta accept that there's a Wall Maria and a Wall
And
Rose.
there's no war in Bossing Say. You just
There's
have to
no more in
accept
Bossing
it.
Say.
Until there was.
It takes a
Look,
little
okay.
bit of traveling, but after a few minutes, you get to a really, kind of more slummy part of town. The streets, even though it's still, early afternoon, the streets seem to be a little bit darker than the others, and you
I
come
am
to
right at home.
You come to a tavern, with a old wooden sign that's been, hacked, from drunk people and adventurers smacking it with their weapons and whatever. The sign reads Orc's Eye.
I picked a
And-
really good day not to wear any shoes whatsoever.
Yeah, it's some really hot glass. You got a little bit of calluses
so
working
good
up there.
on my feet.
You enter this tavern, and it's dimly lit. There are scarce few torches around the walls providing light, with small cracks around the entrance showing through beams of afternoon sun. You get the impression that most don't actually want to be seen going into this place.
Oh, crap. No, don't do this to me.
But you've been gathered here to respond to this call for help that you got on this pamphlet. Or pamphlet is the right word. You see a smallish figure in a hood that looks over and somehow knows. And it calls you over. And this figure, once you're over there, introduces himself as Vonvad Two Swallow. He is
I'm sorry, what?
Vonvad Two Swallow,
Yeah,
the mayor of this
laughing
fine
right
I'm still
town.
gonna laugh.
The mayor. Okay, hold
This
on.
is the mayor, hang on.
I'm gonna
mayor's
believe. I'm gonna believe for a second that the mayor is in this slummy-looking tavern. I'm not gonna believe for half of a second that the mayor's name. They elected a person named Two Swallow.
I'm assuming that's probably
Swallow.
TWO-SWALLOW.
Nope,
So
it's
nice.
one word, no dash, but it is
It's so
Two
nice you
Swallow.
swallow twice.
No, God.
So nice you
So-
voted for me twice.
Ironically enough, he never gets elected for a second term.
Oh. Well,
I want
he
to
sits
say
across
that.
from the five of you, and he explains. I'm getting past these fucking Two Swallow jokes. I'm so glad they happened.
Fuck you!
though.
I didn't even get to say
You're getting
anything, but
past
whatever.
Okay, you know what? Say you're sorry, young man. You wanted to take a stab at it?
Well,
No, go ahead. Make more jokes at my expense. I'm just the man who called you here to fucking pay you.
Give me a minute.
But whatever.
Hey, look. How do you even know that we're the ones responding to the ad?
I've never seen you fuckers here in my life, and I know everyone in this town.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Mhm.
Could we not have just been born?
Cadbury.
He's kind of almost spits out a bit of his
We're here.
elderberry drink.
We're here to introduce you to your son. This is Hard Pill.
Hard.
Hard pill to swallow.
Oh
Out the
my God!
name, I expected the good
Over
things.
here, you will
Oh my
see your
God.
daughter. You will see your
Bolero
daughter. It's
fist pump says everybody chuckles tonight.
Bolero, please. First, we
Tyler
should
Lane.
introduce.
Tybrenna
Shouldn't we
just
first-
rolls her eyes, and she's just like, so
So-
what exactly are you thinking
Do you-
of with this flyer? Please explain. And I cast a glance over to Bolero, like, "Shh."
Okay. If we're done making fun of my name, thank you, Miss. I'm
Not
sorry, I
just
didn't
close,
get your
but
Can I
name.
just get one more in? Can I just get one more?
Tybrenna.
No more, or I am killing all of you.
All right, fine.
I thought it was a nice name.
Thank you. That's very kind. I know
We thought
that
Cadbury
my
was a nice name.
I know that my flyer didn't have much information on it, but that was partially for protection of my town's sake. You see, we've been having this little, and he kind of wraps his fingers on the table, problem. You see, a dragon has been coming down from further into the mountains and terrorizing our town. It's been ordering us to give it offerings of gold and jewels, and it's been doing this for years now, but it's gotten worse in the past few months, and I can't let our town pay that much into this dragon. It could choose to eat all of us at any moment. You know, it's gang tactics.
It's a dragon.
I can't pay. Yes, it's a fucking dragon.
Yes, of course, it's a dragon. He
I
knows
guess I'm
politely.
very-
He has no idea what a dragon
You
is.
you saw this town, right? This is the only street that is not up to par with, even the capital city itself. Our economy will crumble, and the peaceful way of life that I've made for my citizens will no doubt be at risk if this continues, and I cannot allow that for the sake of my people.
I give him a very serious look, and I say, yes, I completely understand, but I just have one question.
Yes, what is that?
What can you tell us about this black glass that's on the roads?
Bolero is on the ground right now. Like, he has to, hold a post on the wall to, hold himself up.
Is he alright?
Cadbury is concentrating very hard. He's nodding like he understands everything. He's trying not to let anybody know he doesn't know what a dragon is.
So
Wade is doing the exact same thing.
The glass.
There's a picture of a dragon
I
on
don't
your
see how
character
it. I don't see how it really has to do with anything of this job I'm going to be sending you on. The glass has been here since the town was founded. It's been here even since before I was born. And he motions. He motions to himself, and he's like he's an older gentleman. He's about a human man in his early 50s, and he says, "It's just how it's always been. I don't think it's anything mysterious. I think it's just a natural artifact of this land. We are in the scorched mountains, so it makes a somewhat amount of sense."
Could it possibly be dragon glass?
We have thought of that as being a possibility, but why would people continue to build a city here, this fine citadel, if...
Oh my
Wade
dear,
raises her
Tislo,
hand.
You know as well as I that humanity tends to forget.
Why, yes, and I suppose if this dragon did just wake up a few years ago, then it would be... It would make sense that she's coming to take our gold.
She?
Oh, yes, she yells at us.
Wade still has
It's
her
quite
hand
frightening, don't laugh!
up. I still have had my hand up this entire time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's dragon glass?
Oh, it's the glass that's formed from a fire-breathing dragon's, breath.
Cadbury slowly puts his hand up.
Yes.
What?
I'm not a goddamn teacher.
Oh, you're
all my
teaching us a
intellectual
lot.
equals.
I would like... Look, I'm sorry, I think we got off on the wrong foot.
Yes.
It's nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure, thank you.
Thank you. What is a dragon?
Jazz just smacks
And
his
he
own
kind of
forehead,
looks...
like,
he looks to you guys, he's like...
I'll
it's-
handle this.
Oh, okay. Will you take this job? I promise you that if you can slay this dragon for me, I will give you at least a third of what we have in the stores at the moment. Not enough to bankrupt our city, but I will pay you handsomely, and to boot, I will let you take whatever you want from that dragon's hoard.
Bolero also raises his hand.
Yes? You can just ask. You can say... What?
Well, I thought we had a thing going here. Anyway. So, it's been bugging me. It's been bugging a lot of us, I'm sure. We've had some very important questions with the dragon glass and what the fuck a dragon is, all that fun stuff. Is Two Swallow a family name, or is it
Oh my god, okay. We're done. Are you going to slay the dragon for me or not?
But this is not in character. Is there any way, I can, roll to, I don't fully trust him, because, we're trying to fight a dragon here. That's not exactly something you just,
Why-
send 4 people to do.
Well, yeah,
But-
why is the mayor, undercover anyway?
Yeah, so is there, any way I can, roll to see, if he might be, hiding something?
You could do perception?
Yeah, you could do a perception check.
Or investigation.
Well, let's
I think
see.
it-
Which do you... I think... Since
Yeah,
you're not really going around and looking at stuff, it's not investigation. So I think it would be perception to see what kind of feel you get from this guy.
Okay, so I roll a d20 and add my modifier, yeah?
Yeah, and you add your perception, which is a +1 for you, my dude.
Okay. That is a 18 plus 1 is 19.
You get the feeling that this guy is kind of on edge. Like, I mean, who wouldn't be inside of a shady-ass tavern? But he's kind of on edge, and you get the feeling that he might not be telling you the full truth, but you don't think he's lying to you.
Okay, so going back into character here. I'm not against helping you, but I do have one tiny little question.
Oh my god, yes?
I'm not going to make fun of you. I don't have...
Thank you. You'll be the first of your compatriots.
Same.
I didn't think I was doing anything.
There obviously has to be more going on here. You haven't, like, tried contacting, like, I don't know, the military, or...
You think the Queen's militia would come to my town in the mountains to defeat a dragon for me?
Okay, so why resort to contacting random strangers?
Because I feel like it's all I can do. Honestly, if I tried to get the military any more involved than I already have, then I'd have to pay them so much more.
Already have? How involved are they already?
I've contacted them, and the Queen has said she's doing everything she can, which is not enough, because week by week we are being bled dry.
So...
The dragon's taking blood, too.
God. No,
Cadbury.
just our precious valuables that help support our economy.
Fuck the economy.
Hey, man. I worked hard to get that economy.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
So then there, obviously, like, you haven't, like, there hasn't been anybody here in town who's tried to help, or...
Well, we've sent our knights off. I actually sent another adventurer who came to help earlier off, but he has not returned yet.
Who was that?
He was just some other adventurer who came along after seeing a flyer. But the other adventurers from our own hometown, of this town that I have sent, have all come back empty-handed, saying that they've been attacked by the dragon's familiars, or her what would you call them? Her lackeys? Small creatures that have just scared them off.
Can I roll to see if I can find the right word?
No. Yes,
okay.
If you want.
Alright, what modifier is that, would you say?
I'd say memory for having a, lexicon that you've forgotten.
Alright, I don't seem to have a memory modifier. Oh, I see.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Okay.
But,
I'm just gonna roll a fucking d20. That's a natural 20. Her minions.
Yes, minions. That works.
But, okay, well, why, like, you said she's been screaming at you when she attacks, correct?
Well, not so much screaming, like, not an in pain or in anger scream. She's just been yelling at us orders.
Well, like,
What?
has she said anything, like, has she said why she's demanding this of you, or...
No, not to my knowledge.
Could you have accidentally taken something from her or damaged anything? Were you the
No.
one who woke her up?
We haven't been doing any industrial work. We haven't gone and scavenged in her cave, for good Lord's sake, we would die. But I don't see how we could have woken her up. I don't see something that my townspeople could have done to anger her. So if you wish to ask her, then go on ahead, but I'm not a brave enough man.
Well, I mean, all that sleep must awake.
Yeah,
Yes,
Like such a long
you're not wrong on that one.
I suppose so, yes.
And if they don't, they're dead.
Yes.
You did it.
I did it!
Good Lord.
Or they're in a
We
coma?
are piecing together this puzzle piece by piece. It's great.
You know what? I think we've grown together as a team, including you, Mr. Two Swallow. Will you join us on our quest to slay this dragon?
No, I
Oh,
have
my God.
mayoral duties to get to. I have a town to run.
That's fair enough.
By
So
the
are you
seamstress's
just-
name, are you going to help me, please.
Well, it's just the one dragon, right?
It's just the one dragon.
Well, we'll do it. I mean, it's just one dragon, you know? It's not like there's, like a bunch
Cadbury.
of dragons.
Cadbury, you up until 5 minutes ago, you didn't even know what a dragon was.
Listen, I still don't know what a dragon is, but there's just
Can
one
someone
of them.
please take him to the side and explain this?
Okay.
Okay, you can have your sidebar, but please, I am
can I do the
begging
sidebar?
you.
I explained
All
that
right.
it's a type of toast.
I would very much like this sidebar.
But, okay, I'm willing to help you, but there's gotta be you're asking us to fight something that very few people fight, if at all.
Do we even have to fight?
Well,
Okay,
who knows? You might, if you can talk to her, you might not even have to fight her. But all I know is that we have been stopped by her little woodland minions each time anyone from our village has tried to go and talk to her. That's why I'm calling out to you heroes, you rogues. Because hopefully you can defeat her minions to get to talk to her.
So
Well, I
want
am a
us
rogue.
You want us to just get her to stop. You don't care
Yes.
how.
I don't care how. Slay her. I mean, it would be preferable if there wasn't a option for her to come back at us again later on if she decides to break whatever contract you talk up with her. But I need her to stop taking my town's funds.
All right.
And your fun.
And our fun. We cannot have any fun. Every time we have to have an employee picnic, she comes and fucks it.
Hold on.
No.
No.
Poor choice of wording.
No.
She
They
fucks
should be
it up. How about that?
Up. Yes.
That's-
There we go.
So,
She doesn't just...
well, we've already made it this way. At the very least, what we can do is take a look and see if we can at least gather some info for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Now-
I'm sure nothing bad'll happen.
Now,
It's only a dragon.
if you'll hurry and point us in the proper direction, I have a Cadbury to actually explain what a dragon is to.
The dragon lives about a day's travel west of town. And as I've said, I've sent other adventurers its way, but none of them have returned fruitful. So,
I'm gonna
Honestly.
take a stab in the dark real quick. You say none of them have returned fruitful. How many of them have returned?
all of them.
Oh,
And how many
that's
of them
encouraging.
are fruits? That's what Cadbury wants to know.
None of
That
them
is-
are fruits. God.
Wait. So you said they're all, are they here? Can we talk to them?
No,
What
they're
kind
not
of
in
fruits
this
are they?
tavern.
Are they
live their
grapes?
own. They live their own
No,
lives.
are they in this, are they in this area, in this city?
Well, they're in the city, but I mean, it's a big town.
So you don't know where they live?
Well, I guess I could go to the town registrar and find out, but
I would prefer that because if we are to be marching into something akin to death, then I would at least like to.
well, I don't think it's akin to death, being that none of them have come back dead. Injured by her minions, sure, but none of them have been...
Well, we're the main
really-
characters, so we obviously might face something more deadly.
Damn right!
Okay, but how many of them have had 8 hit points?
What is
Oh
a
my God.
hit point?
I'm not certain, but it seemed like a pertinent question to ask.
Don't worry about it. So just, if we could at least talk to some of them. Is the adventurer still in town?
Well, actually, the adventurer didn't leave long before you, so he hasn't returned yet. I'm sure if you go now, you can catch up to him.
I turn to the group. So, are we gonna keep dicking off, or are we going to go? Do not answer that, Cadbury. Cadbury's not allowed to speak.
I'm sorry.
I suppose we don't have much of a choice, do we?
Well,
Well,
Nothing
let's
to
be
got
off
'em.
then.
Yeah.
let's hope
Hang
it's
on, what
guys.
kind of-
Slay a dragon.
What kind of drinks do they have here?
I'm not letting you get
The
loaded up
bartender,
before we start.
a funny little, a funny little, halfling says, "Well, mister, we got some, beer, we got some elderberry cider, we got some orc's blood, which is kind of, on the down low, but if you want it, I can give you a little swig."
Oh,
All right.
That
Bolero turns around,
sounds
starts just
lovely.
walking away. All right, yeah, no, we're done dicking around.
Yeah, no, we're good. Thank
I'll
you
have a
very
glass
much.
of water.
And
Well,
I
okay,
would like
Missy, let me
to
just
try the
give you a little
cider.
bit of
Ivy just
fine
sort of
water
waves
from
her
the
way
back
out.
room.
Thank you. What wonderful, lovely establishment.
Oh,
I hope I
and the
don't
mayor
get
calls after you
salmonella.
and says, "Oh, he was a little gnomish man.
Oh,
You should
got
be
it.
able to recognize him, hopefully."
Thank you.
Excellent. We'll look for the gnome. As soon as I'm out, I turn to the nearest adventurer and say, "What's a gnome?"
Hey, it's Connor. I'm the general manager at Lovac, and I also play Bolero in this fun little project of ours. I wanted to thank you guys for listening in on this D&D podcast. A lot of effort went into these 5 episodes you're going to be listening to, and I'm going to be honest, even though the project didn't see its full fruition, we didn't want the effort to go to waste. So in the original recording, Chell came in and explained a lot, and you can actually see the original recording along with the original, what we had planned for how this podcast was going to be set up, how all the animations were going to go. You can see that in the link below, where we'll actually show the official finished first episode, which has a whole bunch of different animations, a whole bunch of, it's a really entertaining view. However, that was the only one that we got animated and full-on video edited. The main reason you're listening to these ones now is because we just wanted to get the audio out there because it was a fun time and we enjoyed doing this. So in the original recording, Chell took this time to thank a lot of the people who helped out. For example, there was a good friend of ours, Alexandra, who is a writer and a composer, and she did the title theme called Battle 01 from Safe Haven. And she made that for a video game project, and she was very, very kind to let us use that for the kind of main theme for Arc 1. You guys can find her at hell.bandcamp.com, which is athell.bandcamp.com. I would also like to add in that the orchestral piece at the beginning was Magical Forest by Kevin MacLeod. With all that said, I would like to thank you all so much for continuously listening. Again, this was a wonderful project, and even though we only got 5 episodes out, it was great, and I really didn't want to see all this effort go to waste, so that is why they're up now. So with all that said, thank you all for listening, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the episode. Later.
Okay, so you guys have made it out of town at this point. I'll say you're pretty much almost there. You've gotten into a more forested area. It's not really good terrain. It's kind of rough terrain. If any of you have heels on your
Son of a
outfits-
bitch!
Oh, by the way, how many of you have heels?
I don't
on
have
your,
anything!
I probably do.
This sucks.
Okay, you're having a little bit of trouble getting around on this real rocky terrain, but it's not that bad. Wave,
was not made
who's,
for off-roading.
in bare feet, is actually probably the best off because she can get a good grip on this bad terrain.
Not to mention, Allie, if your character's been walking barefoot for, ever, she's gonna have, her
Yeah, she's gonna
feet
have
are
some
be,
hella calluses.
Yeah, so her feet are gonna be calloused up,
She's
she's
gonna have
not gonna
hobbit feet.
hurt one. Yeah, she's not gonna
Oh,
hurt
so
one
no more,
walking around.
jokes
I
about.
mean, you can.
I mean, yeah.
Could.
I've got a +1 to athletics, so I think I'm okay, right?
Oh my god. Anyway, you hear something. It's just a little bit off in the distance, more westward of the direction you're going.
Mm.
And you all who have elf eyes can probably see in the distance someone is being attacked by
Oh.
a big ass bird.
Is it a small
Holy hell,
someone?
you guys see this shit?
Is it a small someone?
It is a small
I can't.
someone.
So I'm half elf. Would I be able to see that shit, or do I have elf eyes, or is that just
No,
I-
as a genasi,
Yeah,
you do not
no.
have
Okay.
elf eyes. The only ones that can
Well,
see it are me, Tybee, and...
literally almost everyone except Bolero and me?
Cool. Yeah, no.
Well, I guess we're
Except-
just gonna have to look the other
Except for
way.
Bolero.
I guess
and
we're
Wave.
just kind of shit out of luck.
Yeah, anti elf.
Hey, do you guys see this small guy getting attacked by a bird? It's crazy, right?
No, but I want to.
Well, let's get closer.
Yeah, we should probably go. That probably is the adventurer
How
who just.
far down?
Normally, when you look in the distance,
sports
things
arena?
are pretty fuzzy away from you. You can't really see that well, but you can kind of see it. That's how it is for Bolero and Wave.
So, like, let's go with, like, a sports arena away, basically.
Yeah,
So-
he's a sports arena's
He's
That's
a
not a
few
mile,
hundred
but
feet
that's
away.
a lot.
A football field, a
Okay.
whole football
Yeah.
field.
Okay.
Okay, sure, a full football field.
Can't see what's going on down below.
So-
You need a freaking flat screen TV in front of your face.
So we running
Yeah.
close.
Okay, so yeah, this little guy, he's about a football field's distance away from you guys. This poor little dude who's getting fucked up by this bird.
Just is it like a normal sized bird?
No, it's a big ass bird.
Okay.
It is bigger than him.
I thought he was getting attacked by an owl or some shit.
No, he's not getting attacked by a fucking robin.
I
Well,
was gonna be like,
You guys,
oh no, let's sit and laugh.
guys, you know what time it is, right?
Clobbering time.
About 6:30.
I take out my crossbow, my little hand crossbow, and I say, "It's time to
Don't
do some
fucking-
cool shit." And I start running in that direction.
Aye.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Wave runs at
he's going
so-
to get himself killed, and I run the same way.
You're all rushing in?
Actually,
I'm
no,
I'm taking my sling out.
Wave may say
Bolero has. Bolero has no idea what everyone's running towards, so he like lightly jogs after them.
Wave actually may say, oh yeah, but she's actually like going like really fucking slow.
My plan is to take to the trees and use my athletics and stealth to try to sneak over there.
Okay. As you get closer, this little gnomish guy, as you now see, since you're more close to him, he lets it out, and kind of just falls on the ground.
Aww.
he's
Fucking-
like huddled up in the fetal position, and you don't think he's conscious after this last strike from the giant bird.
Oh boy.
Which you,
Jeez.
if you are close, about how close are you, and are you actually sneaking into the trees, Nate?
Yes, I'm actually sneaking into the trees.
Okay,
And-
I'm gonna need you to do a stealth check for that, my dude.
All right, I think I should be fine because I got a +3 to stealth, my bro.
I mean, you roll a 1.
Give it a shot.
All right, I rolled a 16. That's a 19 for stealth.
Okay, you managed to get up into these trees. Since you got a head start on everyone, I'll let that be a thing. You see that this thing that is now kind of pecking at this little dude is a giant vulture. Which,
Oh,
you don't know what the
lovely.
fuck that is. It just looks like a big, ugly-ass bird to you.
That is the ugliest goddamn chicken I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. And
Yep.
I
We
want
will
you all to
feast
go
tonight.
ahead and roll initiative, but I'm gonna give Nate a surprise round on this thing.
So when we
Okay,
roll,
so-
do I
Okay.
use this like 4? Do I use the D4?
You roll the D20 for initiative.
And then you add your initiative bonus to that.
Alright, I got a 15.
And I
That's-
I think since Nate has can do a surprise round, he can just attack it without needing to have
He,
that, right?
he gets to attack, and then I believe I would still have him roll initiative.
Oh
for
yeah,
him
no,
to
and I'm
have
not just gonna say, okay, you go first every fucking time. But
No, yeah, he
He
gets
can-
to go first now, and then falls into initiative afterwards.
he can
All
go
right, I
ahead
got
and
it.
attack this fucking thing.
So I rolled a 15 plus 3 initiative. That's a grand total of, I'm pretty sure that's 18.
So
I ro-
I
You
got.
have a +3
oh.
initiative? Jesus.
I know, right? I was
Yeah.
about to say, like, man, I suck.
Yeah, shit, dude.
I've got a 30 speed. I'm a speedy boy, okay?
You are a speed
I
boy.
have 30 speed as well, but I have 0
Yeah,
initiative.
30 is the standard.
Yeah, 30 is the pretty much standard.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a
Yeah,
speedy
same.
boy. It goes average speed.
Well,
You know, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a fucking dumbass. He doesn't know.
I was about to say that's
I
mine.
genuinely don't know.
I got a 19 plus 1, so I have 20.
Damn.
I got a 19 plus 2, so I got 21.
I got a 14 plus 1, so 15.
Okay.
Yay.
I
And
figured out
Tybee, what
math.
did you get?
Tybee got 15 plus 0.
Tybee got 15. So Nate has 15, or I mean, Cadbury has 15. Tybee has 15.
Well, no, Cadbury
Wait.
has 18. I got a +3 initiative.
Oh, you've got a +3. Okay. So, In any case, you're gonna be going first, my dude, my fella. So what are you gonna do to this vulture that's trying to eat this little gnome?
I'm gonna shoot it in the eye
Okay, with your,
with my crossbow.
You're gonna have to make a dexterity check for that, my fella.
Alright, I've got some real confidence on this bitch. That is a 10. My dexterity, let's see here.
Okay, well,
I think wouldn't he use his hit bonus for his weapon for this one?
yeah, you would use your hit bonus for that.
Alright, so
I
that's a
think.
15.
A 15?
Well, on my attack bonus?
Yeah, for your attack bonus for your crossbow.
Alright, my attack bonus for my
Wait,
crossbow
no, wait. Okay, one sec. How much damage does your crossbow do? Because that has to be a thing you know, right?
Yeah, 1d6 plus 3 piercing.
1d6? Okay, cool. So then, yeah, that 15 is a hit against this dude's DC, so go ahead and do your rolls.
Alright, so I roll a d6.
And then you take that
That's
result and add 3.
That's a 5 plus 3. I'm pretty sure that's an 8.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
There's no way for me to use animal friendship on this guy, right? Like, he is seeing
Well,
red.
now
that-
he is
now
pissed.
that he has attacked it, I mean,
Yeah.
You could, but it'll
I
be
shot
hard.
it
you
in
could
the face.
try.
That's what initiative is
I'm
for, I
just
believe.
wondering, like, if things that are already attacking us are.
No, you could still use it. But
I don't
like,
actually
something that is...
want to befriend a giant fucking bird. I'm just wondering if things that are already attacking us are possible for future.
Yes.
reference.
Okay. So,
Alright,
this vulture kind of reels back and gives a of pain. Sorry for the
I give out a-
listeners there. Jesus.
I give out a real quiet, gotcha, bitch.
Okay, so next in the order is Bolero.
Is it not dead yet?
No.
No.
It's a
It
strong
don't do any
bird.
damage,
So-
my fella.
Yeah, I'm like, this bird will be dead by the time I get to it.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say that you guys are all there. Oh, but
So this
Tybee,
bird...
Tybee, you said you're in heels, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, your movement is reduced to 15 because
Gotcha.
you're in rough terrain.
But I have a freaking... What's the word? I have a proficiency bonus in heals, actually.
I know, it's weird, right? I mean, I don't make the rules for rough
Heels
terrain.
don't work
but
very
there
well
it
in
is.
mud.
What would that be? Would that be like acrobatics, or would that be like
No,
athletics?
your movement, your
Is
movement,
restricted?
which is generally 30 feet, is now 15.
I know, but can I train in heels eventually to be able to bring that up to 30?
To have heel proficiency?
Yes, please.
You could, but I think
we'll
it's
talk
just a matter
about
of
that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Let's put a pin
we're
in
gonna
that.
be right back to Project Runway, Dungeons and Dragons, right after we kill this goddamn chicken.
Yeah, after you
Woo!
kill this fucking vulture, we'll talk about it later.
I'm ready.
Okay,
So-
Bolero, what the fuck are you gonna do to this bird?
Bolero, like, starts to grab at his loot, and then he realizes that he doesn't really have any good way of combating it, so he just takes out the dagger instead.
Okay.
Because I can fucking mock it, but I don't know
could.
if it'll
Can
understand me.
I suggest
So I'm
something?
just
That's
gonna
not
go
the
ahead.
point, Connor. It doesn't have to understand you.
Yeah.
But like,
But
can I suggest something?
What
Can
would it be? Bolero takes a step back. What is it?
I suggest you climb the tree and then try to jump on its back and stab it in the head?
Get up on the
Oh
hydra's
my
back.
god!
Get up
Get
on
up
the
on the
hydra's
vulture's
back.
back.
I mean,
Bolero chuckles to himself and is like, "Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. So, that's actually really cool. I think I'll go ahead and do that." So, Bolero, and I don't know if I have to do any like checks for this shit.
You
or
will
anything
have
like
to
that.
do a since it knows that you're here, you're not gonna be able to have advantage on this, but you're gonna have to use a what would it be? I'm gonna say an athletics check to climb this tree while it is watching you and you are within striking distance. And it actually might make a what's it called?
Attack of
An
opportunity.
attack of-
Yeah,
Yeah.
an attack of opportunity on you.
Here's my question. Is it blinded in one eye?
I was gonna say he just got shot in the face.
You
so
wanted,
I don't know.
You were shooting
how
it in
focused.
the eye.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Oh, it has half it will have disadvantage on sight-related perception checks, but it is still kicking. It has an arrow sticking out of its fucking eye socket, but it is still going.
Alright, you see, you got a blind spot, you can take advantage of that.
Cool. So, Bolero decides to do the thing where he, like, does, like, 2 steps up the tree and jumps towards the bird thing. Vulture, whatever the fuck, if you want to call it.
You take 2
And he has he has both of his daggers at the ready, like, in both hands.
Okay, so you're gonna do some acrobatic shit, so that's gonna be an athletics check, my fella.
Wouldn't that be an acrobatics check?
Are you gonna do sick flips, Connor?
No, he's literally just running up the tree and jumping off of it.
Okay, athletics then.
Just launch
Like,
him.
he's doing a dive at this bird. Like,
Okay, and keep in mind
both-
that if you don't get this, if you don't get this, then you will, the bird will take an attack of opportunity on you.
I understand.
Okay.
Both daggers are out and ready to go. And this
Okay.
is on D20, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
D20.
Alright.
Drax the Destroyer, on the way.
You said this was on...
Athletics.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, where's that at? That's, Okay, so I got a 13.
You know what? That's good enough.
Cool.
You get it, so go ahead and roll against its AC, and then we'll roll for damage.
Okay, so is that also on a D20?
That's
So
also a
you're gonna roll-
D20. Everything
Yeah,
is
and-
D20.
Okay.
And for this one, now you're going to add the hit modifier on your... I don't know, but I guess he would just use 1, because it's just... He's using the same weapon, right? I know he's using 2 of them, but I don't know if that would...
Yeah.
I guess that'd be
Yeah.
your call.
Are you using both of your daggers?
Hell the fuck yeah.
Okay, then, fuck yeah, go ahead. Go ahead,
All right.
that's a +4.
So yeah, add +4 to whatever your 20-sided die roll is.
Cool. That fell off the table. Okay, redo. Oh, fuck.
See, that's
it's
why
a
I have
nine-
like a box top. That's why I have a box top.
Did
to
you get a
roll into.
19, Connor?
I got a 19.
Okay, that's gonna be a hit. Go ahead
Well,
and roll your
I'm sorry,
damage.
that's a 19 on the die, so it's 24 or 23 total.
Okay, go ahead and do
Jesus
your
Christ.
1d4 plus 2 damage.
I'm guessing that's a 3 if I'm reading this correctly. A 5, I'm sorry. 3 on the dice, 5 total plus 2.
Okay. So you hit this dude for 5 damage, and he kinda yells. And he looks...
Ah!
He's like, stop it! He looks...
He can talk?
I
Wow!
can't believe we're killing Waluigi right now.
Yeah,
This is an amazing.
everybody
amazing bird.
treats except Waluigi! This vulture looks kinda bloodied. But he's still kicking.
Better.
So, would that be Jazeran goes next?
I guess. I don't know what the initiative order was now, so...
Yeah, it's
Okay.
you.
So it's
Yeah,
my
it's
turn?
you.
Okay.
Whew. I totally did not just die right there.
Yeah, I'm just
I
kind of
give him a really quiet. Nice job. Great job there, bud.
Bolero backs up, he does like a fist pump and a thumbs up towards Wave. Like a thank you for the advice there.
So, I'm just gonna be like, I'm not get anywhere near that thing. And, I'm gonna cast a firebolt at it.
Okay, and what does that do, my dude?
That is I have a ball, I can conjure a ball of fire in my hand and throw it. And if it hits, then I think it was like, 1d10 fire damage, I think? Yeah, 1d10 fire damage.
So I guess roll to see if you hit the DC, because it's not a spell save. It's...
Yeah, it's they're not resisting it.
Yeah.
Okay, so, alright, so yeah, so I roll and then I add the +6, yeah? Because that's my spell attack bonus.
Well, I mean, this is a cantrip, not a spell.
So it just
I thought that
goes?
was still a spell. Like, it
Yeah.
still has... Okay.
Yeah, I'll allow it. I don't know if that's... I need to go back and read up on it, but I don't see why not.
Mm-hmm.
Just let it happen.
Alright, so that's what? That's a 7 plus a 6, so that's what, 13?
A 13? Okay, that'll be a hit, so you do 1d10 fire damage to this dying vulture.
Alright. 4.
A 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, this vulture, it flaps around and rolls around in the dirt a bit, but does take 4 damage. And it stands back up, and it squawks at you angrily.
Oh, shit.
Next in the lineup is the vulture. And
You better hold on for dear
I haven't
fucking
even
life, my
gone
friend.
yet. Damn. But you go, Vulture.
Yeah, fucking great
Wave
job,
on the
vulture.
ground.
So the vulture is actually going to attack Bolero, who just shoved a fucking knife in its neck.
2 of them.
Yeah, 2 knives in its neck.
Don't forget it. It was 2.
No regrets.
So that is a 10. Does that hit your AC?
I think he has a 12, if I remember correctly.
Nope, it's
No.
at 12.
It's a miss. Haha. Okay, so it kinda just, its beak just kinda glides off of your armor, and it kinda skulks back sadly, like, oh, well, that hasn't happened before.
Oh, man.
We've never met somebody
just-
with 12 AC before.
Oh.
Bolero laughs his fucking ass off.
So, next in the order is actually something new.
Something new.
Is it
So-
Something
no?
borrowed and something blue?
Nate, who is in the tree. Something rustles just underneath you on the branch that you're sitting in.
Oh,
And-
that better not be what I think it is.
The shrub that is underneath this tree reaches its thorny vines up and tries to grab you.
What?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
jeez.
Wait, are we like fighting 2 things
And
now?
yes!
No, that's too many things.
Nope. There are 5 of you. Buck it up. So
What am I rolling?
that is a 16 to your AC.
Alright, my armor class is 14.
So you
Okay,
get hit.
so it still hits. Haha. And that bad boy does 2 damage to you. So, not that much. 2 slashing damage.
I'm sorry, a quarter of my life is gone.
Not that much.
Nothing much.
No big deal, just like one solid 25% chunk.
So it does
That's right.
2 damage to you, and it actually has a little thorny vine wrapped around your ankle now.
Oh, that sucks.
You are out of the tree, also. You have
Oh.
been pulled
Oh, yeah,
in
the tree's-
into the vulture's reach.
You've been voted out of the tree.
The tree's
God.
like, get out.
Damn it.
But next in the lineup is, I think, Tybee.
Oh. Okay. Alright, mainly just because... Okay, so by this time I assume I've caught up to them. I'm like panting in heels right now. I'm just like...
Oh yeah, you're up there with them.
I was
Oh,
half
I
expecting you to be
finally-
like holding them like in
I
your hand
just
as you like.
arrived. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so mainly just for the comedy factor, because I just like to visualize this. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the bush.
Okay, what does that bad boy do?
Alright,
Oh, boy.
Vicious Mockery. You unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, though I hope this motherfucker understands me, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Well, I'll tell you, for a bush, this thing is pretty fucking smart.
Woo!
So,
Intuitive bush.
How smart is it? And the bush is just like, I know my fucking name. What's
yeah,
that?
it's fucking Ronald. Check your privilege.
I can't believe we're
what
fighting
DC does it
Ronald's
need?
bush.
It needs 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah! Woo!
It's smart, but
You
not
just-
that smart.
Can you tell us how badly it doesn't beat
Oh,
15?
only by about 5.
It
Only
knows
by
the
about a
alphabet,
third.
but it can't pass its fucking driving test.
Yeah.
Nope.
Feels bad, dude.
Nope.
So
I can recognize a 3, but I don't know what a square is.
So, how much damage does that bad boy take?
Let's see. 4, and I also need to actually unleash the string of vicious
Yeah, I need
mockery.
to. I want to know what you
Cool.
say to this bush.
So, alright. So, Tybee, let me set the mood. Her face is red, she has her heels in one hand, and she is just panting and just sweating, and she points at this freaking bush, and she shouts, "Take 37 throbbing dicks, you cum-guzzling asshole, just like your mother did to me last night!" And then I cast it.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Were those, like, even words?
Wait.
So,
Her mother took 37 dicks from you?
In a row?
Yes.
In a
Yes.
row?
Yes.
so hang on, if I may for a second. So after she says that, silence rings out, and then you just hear Bolero.
Cadbury is shedding several tears and he has no idea why.
And everybody is just like, I think
What if
everyone,
everybody
including the
shit?
Vulture, just kind of all just turns and looks at Tybee.
The shrub kinda, you know, it deflates a little bit, you know. It's sad now. And it takes... How many damage was that?
1d4, so it's 4 damage.
Okay. So, it's still going, but it's sad now.
It's sad now, yeah.
it's pretty fucking sad.
Yeah.
It's sufficiently mocked.
Okay.
Not mocked enough.
Not mocked enough. So, next in the order is Wave.
Alright, I've been thinking this entire time of what I should do. I've got mostly, like, short range type things.
We can move closer.
I'm already next to this fucking bird.
You're
so...
on the bird.
I'm very afraid I'm gonna hurt someone.
He is the bird.
That by how bad I am. I'm thinking. So the bird's still alive, right? Like, let me.
Yeah, the bird still has some hit points left, but it's kind of labored. Its breathing is a little bit labored.
Still alive, but it's barely breathing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's still hard, but it's not really throbbing.
Yeah, those are the words.
Is Bolero like still dying, or is he okay now?
No, that was retcon.
Okay, cool. Because I was about to be like, heroes never die on that shit.
Bolero like flashed you a thumbs up, like he's in tip-top shape.
He's missing a tooth, but he's all right.
He's dead, but he's all right.
What
Is
a
he okay?
champ.
Yeah, he died.
Let's see. I don't really want to poison spray this dying fucking bird, so I think I'll use my spear on that shit.
Okay.
What do I do? It says 1d6 d8 piercing on here. So do I use a d6 or a d8?
Well, Depends-
But you
okay,
have to roll to see if you can hit it. So
Well,
roll a
first off-
d20.
A
well,
d20?
first off,
Okay.
she needs to specify, are you using with one hand or two hands?
I kind of want to throw it. Because if it's on the ground, I want to use both my hands and just stab it. If it's in the air, I want to throw it.
I believe
it's on the ground.
Okay, then
It's pretty
then
close.
I will stab it.
It's on the ground.
Then I
now,
will put
yeah.
it out of its fucking misery and just stab it.
Okay, so with two hands, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
like go the full, like, yeah!
Yeah.
Okay. So that would
Yeah.
be 1d8 piercing, right?
Yeah, she'll use the D8 for
Okay,
that
go
one.
ahead and roll your d20.
I got a 7.
You got a 7? That does not hit. It bites that spear and tries to fight you for it.
Well,
but you end up pulling it away.
Wait,
from-
hold up. Did you roll a D8 or did you roll a D20?
A d20.
Okay, did
with
you
my-
add your hit modifier for your spear?
Yes,
to
it did.
that?
I rolled a 6 and then added my 1.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no,
I got a question.
What is the...
What's up, Nate?
Well, actually, it
Hey,
would be a
oh.
plus. If she rolled a 6, it would be a +8. It would be an 8 to attack, but that still does
What?
not hit its AC. Because your spear is a +2 attack bonus. At least that's what it says on my sheet.
That should be right, because she should have proficiency with it.
Yeah.
Alright, anywho, what was your question, Nate?
Well, I'm just thinking, like, there's 5 of us fighting a big bird in a shaggy bush.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way we can heal a certain tiny somebody and make it be 6 of us?
What do you mean?
Could, but not this turn.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
Because
Like, fuck.
next in the lineup. By the way, this
You probably should
little,
have mentioned this before, dude. I'm the healer here.
I literally just thought of it when you said that you had healing.
Well,
I had no idea.
when we come back around.
this little gnome dude is passed the fuck out too. He is working on them death saving throws.
Oh yeah.
So
Speaking
next
of
in the
which, he should
lineup
probably make one.
is I believe it's Connor, because you got a 23 or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Bolero, what the fuck you gonna do, bad boy?
So, Bolero, who is next to, and just watch that whole entire thing unfold.
With the fucking spear.
He does the little feels bad man thing, and then he's like, let me show you how it's done. And he goes to take a stab with both daggers.
Okay, with both daggers?
Wait, when do I get an attack?
You rolled you go before Tybee.
Okay.
You go before Tybee, before the bush, but after the vulture.
Alright.
Okay. Go ahead and roll against this vulture's armor class.
Damn it!
Did it fall off the table again?
Yeah, I caught it.
You fucker.
It's a 19.
A 19?
Oh, wait, shit, what do I add to that?
Your hit modifier.
Well, you don't need to add anything, because that's a hit.
Okay.
Get your hit on the bird.
By the way, can I just say that, Chell, you were right. This is a really good die.
Yeah, it is.
But, yeah, no, so...
So, go ahead and give me that damage, sucker.
Alright, the damage with the dagger. Damn it. Oh my god, I gotta get used to, like, rolling it in a certain way.
How
and
many
then I
did you
add...
just roll?
He's dropping them. He's not, he's rolling it because he keeps dropping it. I didn't hear him grabbing it.
Yeah, you know what? Hang on. Let me actually, like, roll this shit. Like... Because I'm not actually, like, dropping it. It's just I have, like, such short space to work with. Alright. How much do I add to that? That's, like, plus 2, right?
1d4 plus
Okay.
2.
So, it came out, the die was a 2, so it came out 4 damage.
Okay, you slash this poor vulture, and it screams again, but it's sounding more and more weak. And it kind of
makes me sad.
nudges you away. It is at 1 hit point, my fellas.
You gotta be shitting me. You gotta be squidding me.
You gotta be
So,
you gotta
Bolero
be
Piss on this thing and it'll die.
Bolero does the attack, he looks up at it and sees it still moving, he just, like, screams, God damn it!
Yeah. And you can, it looks at you in a certain way, you know, with its one eye and one eye socket that's full of a fucking arrow,
Ew.
and it just gives you a, take that fucker, kind of look. Okay, next up is, Jazeran.
Okay. I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of darting back and forth here, like looking at the bush and looking at the bird and looking back at the bush, and I'm like, what in the world happened here? So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a spell slot to cast Magic Missile.
Ooh.
And we'll launch. So I get 3 little projectiles that each do
1d10 plus, 1d4 plus 1, right?
1d4 plus 1, and I can choose like where to like project them at. So
And what's the DC on that, my fella?
Again, I don't have anything specific written. I think it's just your standard attack. Okay, so like I was planning on launching 1 at the vulture and then the other 2 at the bush.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and roll against my bird's AC and my bush's AC.
Okay, so whoa, shit! Almost rolled it right off the table.
Yeah, beat down the
Does
bush.
not want to stay on the table. Alright, so it's 7 plus 6, that's 13 again. So is that
that's a hit.
for both of them?
Since you're sending them in different directions, I'm gonna make you roll twice.
Okay, that's fine. The other one was a 10 after
A 10?
adding everything up. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit on both of them.
Okay,
so
so
roll your damage, sucker.
alright, so I roll.
I'm gonna say.
And are we
real
following
quick.
adventure? Are we following Adventure Zone rules where we roll 1d4 and that's the same amount of damage?
Yeah,
for each
that's what that was
pellet?
what I was about to say. I'm gonna just have you roll 1d4 +1 and have that go for all of the missiles.
Sounds like a plan.
Man, what did I get all these D4s for?
I got 2.
You got
They
2?
do 2 each.
So, wait. Is that a 2 plus your +1?
Yeah.
So you got a nat 1, my dude.
I think that doesn't work for damage, though. That's just for the actual
Yeah,
action
that's
itself.
just for actions, but it's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was
So,
bound to happen sometime to someone.
The bush, he takes this burning damage and burning.
It's not
damage.
burning, it's force. It doesn't actually.
Oh,
it
it's
doesn't
force.
burn.
It's not actually fire.
Yeah, it's just like.
Oh yeah, because it's magic
concussive
missile. For some
blast.
reason, I thought you were casting. You
Not
were
firebolt.
casting Fireball.
Yeah, no, not firebolt. Yeah, just magic missile. So it's just like a concussive blast.
It shrieks a little, and its grasp on Cadbury's leg loosens, and it lets go of him. But it shudders. It's still alive. And the vulture takes this damage and almost with, like, grateful eyes looks at you, and it falls dead.
Slowly whispers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Wow, this is getting
We eat
dark.
great today, you guys.
We just euthanized a vulture.
Well, I mean, after beating
I
it to
tried,
death.
man. I tried.
So, next in the order, is the bush.
Wait, I thought I was before the bush.
No.
No,
fuck,
you were
you're right, you
before-
are before the bush.
Oh, okay. I got it backwards. I
Right.
thought it was before the bush, but after the vulture, or before.
No, it's after the vulture, before the bush.
Okay.
Over the way, through the woods.
All right. So I've got a little plan.
Oh boy.
We can see we see it in Cadbury's eyes, and Buller's just like, oh no.
I'm fighting a bush, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, in my equipment, I have 2 things of oil and a tinderbox.
Oh no.
I would like to smash the oil on this bush, say you just got burned, and then use the tinderbox to light it.
You do realize you have to be right next to the thing in order to use that tinderbox.
Isn't it, like, holding me?
No, you're released now because I hit it with magic missile.
Oh. Well, I can't have gotten too far.
Well, no, you haven't moved yet. You're still like you're on the ground. So if you wanted to get up, you would have to use your action to stand up.
Okay.
Yeah, you are prone, my dude.
Okay.
Well, I should have said that before. I failed to say that, so that's my bad.
Fair enough. Fair
So
enough.
I'll say he's not prone since I
Okay.
fucked up.
I land on my feet because I'm a sly little rogue.
These
And,
these vine tentacles are no longer tentacling your dick.
Fantastic. Can I do that thing that I just said?
You want to try? Yeah.
Smash your tinderbox on the
I'm gonna
smash your oil and light it on fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's nearby Bolero right now?
And then just say, looks like you found a Tinder match.
Oh.
But wait,
But
if
nobody
he has,
understands
if
it.
he has
because it's-
complete amnesia, would he know that fire does shrubs bad?
I mean, I think I know that wood burns.
I think he's got
I'd
his
like to
basic.
think-
You didn't know your name!
I have a tinderbox. Look, I don't know my name, but like I have been surviving for like a year or two as a rogue. I've just been stealing shit. Like that's all I know.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'll say this works. Roll 1d4.
1d4. All right, I accidentally put away all my dice.
You fool.
Why?
I meant to put away most of my dice. All right, that's going to be a 3.
A 3? Okay, and because it is vulnerable to fire, I'll amp that up to killing it.
Nice.
It was at 4 HP anyway, you guys.
Oh my god.
So,
God damn it.
this shrub shrivels up, it screeches as the sap inside of its branches is heated and starts boiling out of its little vines,
Oh my
and it
gosh.
shrivels up and dies.
I was an,
Congratulations,
So how-
you guys! You just won a fight!
I'm so glad. I was an
Cool.
an
Can I-
integral part
can I-
of that battle, you guys. I did so much.
Can I ask about the aftermath? Is it still on fire, or...
No, the fire is no
Like-
longer there. I'll say it shrivels out.
So we can't take
Okay.
a long rest.
I'm
sitting
so
by the
glad
fire.
that I didn't start a forest fire with
Yeah,
my
I was
little...
kind of afraid that I was gonna have to, like, fucking use my, like, fire resistance shit to,
Surprise!
like,
Secret
fucking
boss
blow.
battle. Smokey the Bear appears.
I told you not to start these goddamn fires!
Oh god, he's level 12!
Oh my god.
Get fucked!
Anyone dying?
Uh,
Like,
well-
are we?
I think we
No.
did a pretty
We
good job.
have our little friend who's unconscious on the ground over here. We should probably go check him out, make sure
Nah.
he's okay.
Your little friend, actually, he stirs.
Oh, how convenient.
He's already cooking.
As if on cue. Oh, my head. Oh.
Good morning, Sleeping Beauty.
Hail and well met, heroes.
Eh,
Oh, jeez,
Hi.
I was getting attacked,
here's
wasn't
a
I?
rule.
Yeah. You were getting attacked by
Damn
the
right
biggest,
you were,
ugliest-
and we came in and saved your
Oh,
ass.
gosh.
You were getting attacked by the biggest and ugliest chicken I have ever seen in my life, but don't worry. I killed it.
Yeah,
We
by the seams.
killed it.
We killed it.
No, Cadbury's right. I killed it.
Yes, he killed it. Wait.
Wait, so who killed it?
Does
I
it matter?
stabbed it like once, I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess, you know what? I guess it doesn't really matter.
It was a group effort.
It's
we
dead,
all
so
killed it.
that's all that really counts. Jeepers. Thank you. Gosh.
We all killed it, but I killed it most.
Okay, this fucking hellspawn demon killed it most. Thanks, buddy.
Good job,
Damn right.
Hassan.
Damn right!
Well,
Thank you, Hellspawn Demon.
Damn right!
I was on my way to investigate that dragon and the treasures inside, but I kind of got ambushed by those things.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
I'm actually, gosh, you've already done so much for me, but, well, actually, I guess I should introduce myself. My name's Verdun Chodeds, and
What was it again?
Come again?
One more time, please.
Verdun.
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 Okay.
Verdun
That's
Chodeds.
Verdun.
You have me.
That's better than two swallow.
Chode.
What is that?
Can you,
Eh.
out of character here, can you spell
Verdi.
that last name for me?
Chodedz.
Shodids.
Verdun
Oh.
Chodeds.
I cannot
Holy
believe your last
shit.
name is fucking Chode.
We've gone
Birdie.
from two swallow to chode.
Beardy.
I was sent here. I came under the guise of a simple adventurer, but I was actually sent here by the Queen to investigate what's going on up here in these woods. And not only that, this town isn't the only one that the dragon has stolen from. And we've heard tell that she has a relic that we've been searching for years. I'm pretty beat up, though, and I can't
Yeah,
really go
you got yourself-
fight a goddamn dragon.
You got yourself right in the thick of it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't go
They
back.
really beat you pretty bad.
Yep, they beat this Chodeds.
Yeah.
But,
Took a couple of bruises to the head.
Um,
Bolero can't even get it out.
Shaft
I can't even get
reference.
it up. Anyway,
Damn it. You beat me to it. I was gonna ask if you could get up.
yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Tivy is just rolling her
I'm
eyes.
just I'm
Done.
just a little stiff after all that. So
You see, you should be Mary. You're a good sport about this shit. God. Anyway, do go
Oh
on.
my god.
yeah, I cannot
Vote
go
Beardy.
back to the Queen. I cannot go back to the Queen without this artifact. But if you all could go and get it for me, I will make sure you are paid and rewarded handsomely. And hell, I'll even, if you can grab this thing, I will give you a personal audience with the queen. Like,
Verdun Chodez, your story has moved me personally. And by moving me, I'm certain that you've moved all of us.
I'm honestly,
We will
I just
take
got
this
out of
quest,
my
yeah.
own head. What's going on?
And you seem like quite a capable person. Will you join us in this quest that we have just been doing?
no, I am literally fucking dying. I am gonna go back to town and heal up in a tavern.
Can I heal him?
You could just rest here.
I-
And
Yeah, we can
heal.
heal you.
Yeah,
You-
I'm
you
pretty sure
do
like
that
3
for
of
me?
us can heal you.
Can't
mean-
you see it's pertinent to the story that, you know,
But I
you have
can
to go back?
cure wounds.
Well,
Like all I do.
jeez. No, like, if you guys, if you want to heal me, I guess that's okay. I mean,
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
watch
really have
you,
a
like-
character sheet drawn up, but I can come along.
Like, guys, you know what's better
Well, you
than
don't have to come
Tybee?
along, but I'm not gonna watch you like bleeding out, dragging yourself to town.
Oh, don't worry, little jellyfish
Little, I'm
girl.
6 feet tall, asshole.
I'm older than you, probably.
We're gonna talk
Listen,
about little
listen.
here.
Hot kettle black.
Listen, Chode has spent all day being beaten, and
I
right
take
now
it back. I'm
he
not
just needs a
carrying
little
his
bit of
wounds
ice.
anymore.
That's it.
Look, I
A
can
little bit of ice, and he'll be ready to go by the end of the
Yeah,
day.
you
I
know
can
what,
sympathize
you're
with all of
right.
you, but hey, what's better than 5 people going to fight a dragon?
Would it be, I don't know,
One
6
guy
people?
going to beat a dragon.
6
Five
people
you-
going to fight a dragon.
Well, okay.
Tybee just looks at Chodeds. And
It's Verdun. It's Verdun.
Chode?
Verdun?
Is it Chode? Verdun?
No, it's
Okay.
Verdun. It's Verdun.
Okay.
Please.
Alright, Verdun then. Do you promise we could get an audience with the Queen?
Yeah, I can arrange that. Hell yeah.
She throws up her hands, and that's all I need. Alright, well, let's go.
Well, before
because
But why though?
hold up.
is it going to be another dick joke, or...
No.
I have... Okay.
I don't.
It could
is
be.
everyone who lives in a town like this, like that, they crack jokes at people for their name?
Yes?
Well, I
It's
mean,
a
that's
way
just my personal preference.
It's a way of bonding.
Then again, I didn't really grow up in the best town.
It's just like, man, my mom always told me like to treat people nicely. Like,
I didn't
mom's
have
a
a
good
mom,
lady.
so maybe you should leave that to yourself.
sorry, didn't mean to
Yeah,
strike.
some
a
of
nerve.
us couldn't grow up with mothers, alright? Like,
Well, anyway, if
You
you like,
dick.
if you're not a warrior of any
You-
kind,
you
why
showed
on
us.
earth, like, are you? Why on earth are you like trying to go attack this thing yourself?
Well, you see, I wasn't coming here to attack the dragon. I was coming to... Well, I've got a pretty high stealth modifier, not gonna fucking lie. I was planning on just
Well, yeah, no
sneaking
one's gonna
in.
look down.
Wait, were you going to fucking... Were you going to fucking Bilbo Baggins it? Are you supposed
Well,
to...
I
was small.
don't know who that is. I'm pretty sure he's a copyrighted character, so let's stay away from him.
Okay,
but-
Dildo Daggins then.
Oh
alright?
boy. Chodeds and dildo daggins.
Ugh.
Swallow.
And Two Swallow, we're just bang up team. No, I was planning on
damn
just-
right!
oh my god, I walked into that one. I was planning on sneaking in to the dragon's treasure trove and just finding what I needed and getting out. I couldn't care less about this town, honestly.
Well, what makes this relic so important?
I can't tell you that yet. If you can find it, and if you can take it, then I can tell you anything you need to know about it. Hell, I can have the queen herself tell you about it.
Well, how
Can you
about
just do us a favor? Tell us either its name or what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because we're not just going to grab a random thing and come back to you
You
and
will
repeat that process.
Don't we have a
You
dragon
will-
to kill?
You will know it when you see it.
Great. I love that.
That's
I don't know
Best
anything when I
description I've
see it.
ever heard.
I promise you. I
It's gonna
promise
be-
you will be able to figure out what this thing is.
We're bringing
when
the dragon to the queen. Got it.
You want to make a bet out of it?
Look, it's...
Is it on the dragon itself?
It should
Oh,
not
wait.
be on the dragon itself.
Is it bigger than a
Okay.
bread
Is it
basket?
up on the Hydra's back?
How
Animal, vegetable,
big
or
are your
mineral?
bread baskets?
Is it smaller than a bread basket?
It's about the size Oh my god, you're gonna fucking think this is a dildo. It's the size and shape of a baton.
All right.
So, okay. So not a dildo.
Okay, yeah.